Police have said 10 or so people have been killed and at least 5 others wounded in a campus shooting in the southern Swedish city of Örebro in what Sweden's Prime Minister has described as a very painful day for the country. Roberto E. Forrest, the head of local police, said investigating officers were still in the process of identifying victims but that they believed a primary perpetrator, not previously known to police, was among the dead. He said authorities had had no prior warning signs of the attack, which happened soon after 12:30 p.m. local time on Tuesday at a campus housing an adult education center and other learning facilities, and that it was believed the gunman acted alone. At the moment, we are confident that no more attacks will occur, Forrest said, although police could not rule out others having been involved. The campus and local schools where students had been in lockdown had been safely evacuated, he said. The Prime Minister, Ulf Kristersson, described the attack in the city, which is situated about 125 miles to 100 kilometers west of Stockholm, as a terrible act of violence on a very painful day for all of Sweden. He said the government was in close contact with police and the operation was continuing, adding, "My thoughts are also with all of those whose normal school day was turned into fear. Being locked up in a classroom fearing for your life is a nightmare no one should have to experience. Police needed to be allowed the peace of mind they need to investigate what happened and how these horrific crimes could have occurred," Kristersson said. Forrest gave no further information about the injured. "The reason we cannot be more specific at this time is that the damage outcome is so great," he said. Police had earlier said 4 people had had surgery and 1 was in a serious condition. The county council said 6 people, 5 with gunshot wounds, had been treated at Örebro University Hospital. It said no children were among the wounded, but gave no further information about their ages or the extent of their injuries. Forrest told an earlier media conference police had no indication of motive. When it comes to saying anything more about the perpetrator, it is still very early, he said. The operation is ongoing and that will undoubtedly become clearer. Campus Risbergska, where the shooting occurred, serves students mainly over the age of 20. It also offers primary and upper secondary school courses as well as classes in Swedish for immigrants, vocational training and programs for people with disabilities. One teacher, Lena Werenmark, told the broadcaster she had been confined to her study after hearing gunshots very close. She said she heard probably 10 shots in total, with a short pause between 2 bursts. She said there had been an unusually small number of students on campus as many had gone home after sitting an exam. Johannes Sberg, whose daughter is a student at the campus, told the broadcaster SVT he had been in touch by text message with her throughout after she had arrived at the school about 5 minutes before the shooting started. She saw blood and the teachers were good at helping them, bringing them in and locking the door, Sberg said. He said his daughter was safe and was providing information to the police. Andreas Sundling, 28, was among those who barricaded themselves inside the campus. "We heard 3 bangs and loud screams," he told the Expressen newspaper. All those who took shelter were evacuated by mid-afternoon, police said. Maria Pegado, 54, a teacher at the school, said someone had thrown open the door to her classroom just after lunch break and shouted to everyone to get out. "I took all my 15 students out into the hallway and we started running," she told Reuters by phone. "Then I heard 2 shots, but we made it out. We were close to the school entrance. I saw people dragging injured out, first one, then another. I realized it was very serious." School attacks are rare in Sweden, but several serious incidents have taken place in recent years. In March 2022, an 18-year-old student stabbed 2 teachers to death at a high school in the southern city of Malmö. 2 months earlier, a 16-year-old was arrested after wounding another student and a teacher with a knife at a school in the small town of Kristianstad. In October 2015, 3 people were killed in a racially motivated attack at a school in the western town of Trollhättan. The sword-wielding assailant was later killed by police.